guest is a frequent guest on Houston Life, a cookbook author and culinary instructor right here in Houston. And she teaches one of the most important things home cooks should know to make their time in the kitchen more efficient. We're talking, Kathy, about knife skills.
Very important. Here's Marcia Smart. With Smart in the Kitchen School, Marcia, you say that money, we can skip on wasting all that money, right?
Yes.
You only need three. Is that the magic number?
Essential knives. You don't need one of those knife blocks with like 50 knives in it. You really just need 3.
Okay, I can save the money.
Yeah.
So which are the 3, Marcia, we need?
So these are the 3 most essential. You can add over time, you know, if you are a knife aficionado, you may want more, but this is a chef's knife, just an all-purpose knife that you can use for so many things.
For like chopping, essentially, right?
Yes, like 90% of the time I use that. A serrated knife to
cut breads,
bread, tomato, chocolate, things like that.
I don't have one of those.
You need one. That's a knife you can buy. And a paring knife, which is great for like, you know, coring strawberries and those smaller jobs.
Right.
Okay, so a knife block, we were talking before the show, and you were saying a knife block is actually not ideal. There are small little cork, what do you call them, trays where you would store a knife?
Yes, you can slide a cork, it's called a cork knife dock, and it goes in your drawer, and the cork absorbs the moisture that might be left on your knife. So when you think about like when you've washed a knife and it goes back in a knife drawer, so many times it might just have a little bit of moisture left on it, and that goes in the wood knife block and just is not good.
And because you can't see inside the knife block, all kinds of things could be lurking down in there.
Yes.
Well, that's nasty.
Yes.
Okay, so the cork knife storage tray. Let's talk about how to hold a knife.
I was a little nervous.
I'm so excited to teach you guys this. So you don't want to hold it back here or with your finger on top.
Never that.
You want to pinch the blade with your thumb and forefinger and wrap the rest of your fingers around. It gets more comfortable over time, so this knuckle should sit on top. Yes, see how it's like in the palm of your hand.
So our thumbs are actually on the edge of the blade there.
Yes, this is called a bolster on the back of the knife, and so that middle finger rests against there, and it will not, you know, sneak up on the blade. You have so much more control of the knife this way.
Am I doing this wrong?
So these 2 fingers should almost like
Got it. Okay, that's
almost
perfect.
like you're holding a pencil.
Okay.
And it feels awkward at first. You got it. A+.
Okay.
You guys got it.
So
Just
actually
pop
touching
that
the
finger
blade.
up. Yes.
Marcia, do you find that a lot of people are sort of afraid to use a knife? Because my conventional way of thinking is, oh, I should be as far away from the blade as possible, and I want to hold it back here. But you say no.
But think how that like just pulls your wrists down, and you have so much less control that way. If you're holding the blade like that, it becomes an extension of your hand, and you just have so much more control. The other thing I tell people is it's safer to sharpen your knife. It might seem counterintuitive, like you end up with this super sharp knife, but instead of like working really hard to cut something, it's really gonna cut seamlessly.
And so how often do you need to sharpen your knives?
I suggest twice a year. Of course, like, you know, I have some friends that say, I need new knives. I've had these knives for 20 years. They don't work well. I'm like, well, start by getting them sharpened, and then they will be like new.
Can you show us how to use that sharpener there?
Yes. So you just want to think about creating a blade, and you start at one end and go to the other end. So this is called honing your knife, which is what I do in between getting it professionally sharpened. And it's just creating that sharper blade in case you get any like nicks in your knife.
Okay, so twice a year we're honing that blade.
The honing you want to do pretty often. Like all the time, once a week. The professional sharpening is like creating that ultra sharp edge. So do that once or twice, like Bearings locally, Central Market. You can drop off your knives and they'll sharpen them for you.
Let me ask you this too. I always worry about putting them in the dishwasher. How am I supposed to clean them every day?
Do not put them in the dishwasher. There's no need. It takes too long. This is a great little tool called a scrub. And you can get this, you know, soapy. It's a great, safe way to clean your knife. dry it off, put it away in your cork knife dock.
Okay, that's genius.
Isn't that
Scrub
awesome?
with a K. Before we let you go, can you give us just some basic
Okay.
skills on slicing an onion, garlic,
Yes.
pepper?
The one thing I would love to teach you guys, and you can do it with me, is how to cut an onion. We're gonna keep the root attached because it's the glue that holds it together.
Okay.
And we're gonna cut off the top.
Okay. Oh, I'm already holding my knife incorrectly.
It's
Kathy.
okay. Hold it how you're comfortable. We're on live TV with sharp objects. Okay, now cut it in half
This
from
is very beneficial.
Okay.
through the root. Now you have this big flat surface. So peel your onion, and you can sacrifice that first layer if it really sticks to the onion.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put this flat on our boards.
But in general, you just peel away the skin. You don't need to sacrifice that first layer,
Yes,
right?
only if it really sticks. But it's so much easier to peel after you cut it in half like that. And then if you were going to slice it, you would just cut it into half moons.
Okay.
If you're going to dice it, I'm going to make some horizontal
Oh, yes.
and vertical slices. And then this is all diced and ready to go.
Oh my gosh, Marcia Smart, you make everything look easy. We are out of time, but we're gonna do some more
this is
chopping
good.
later on social. By the way, this delicious recipe we are going to post on our website, HoustonLife.tv. Marcia's Smart Knife Skills class. You can use the promo code CHOPCHOP to receive $40 off her classes and or off that class, and you really do have the best classes in town.
And to connect with Marcia or to get your copy of Dinner is Done, we've shared a link on the Scene On section of our website, HoustonLife.tv.